Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Self Care Bear Club. I'm Care, and I'm so glad you're here. Today, we are building better balance. And, yeah, it's my invitation, high recommendation that you kick off your shoes and you have either a wall or a very sturdy piece of furniture next to you. So, this is going to be great for anybody recovering from an injury or a surgery. This is going to be great for anybody who thinks they're old and their balance is just doomed. None of that up in here. This is going to be great for anybody who just wants to strengthen their practice. Like, I'm going to be so benefited by this, right? So, have you kicked off your shoes yet? You don't even need a mat today. It's going to be all standing. I personally am using a mat just so I stay within the frame. So, furniture, sturdy wall, core. We're going to start by standing up nice and tall and just saying thank you for being here. Thank you, body. Thank you, brain. The hardest part is done, as my good friend Adrian would say. And we're right away going to connect to some muscles, right? So balance is all about connection. So maybe you start by just pulling your belly button in a little bit, even giving yourself a little touch, and grounding into your feet. Hip width distance apart is always going to give us a wider, more solid base. So breathe where you are. If you want to bring your feet together, that is also an option and a more challenging option if you're feeling like this is too easy for you. So just keep standing in what we call superhero pose here, and maybe you feel a little powerful. Good job. Can you feel all of these muscles? Foundation from the floor up. We are spreading into our feet if our shoes are off, or if they're in our shoes, we are finding support and we are engaging muscles. One more thing before we get moving. I'm getting tired just standing here engaging these muscles, y'all. So keep engaging for me. Stick with me. Our spot, our drishti, our focus point, whatever you want to call it. Our eyeballs are our brain, and they're connected to our central nervous system. So peek at me when you need to, but if you're wondering how you can build better balance, staring at something that's not moving is a great idea. So find something wherever you're at that will be your spot, as the dancers call it, for the remainder of our video. All right, I hope you're still connected. I hope you're still here. When you're ready, we can bring the hands back to the waist. We're going to simply start by shifting into a plie, right and left. So as slow as you need to go, I want you to shift your hips back. Think about pulling your hip creases back. Weight is majority, the majority of your weight, that might be a word, is in your heels. And again, I'm waking up my hamstrings. I'm squeezing my inside thighs on the way up. And if you can't feel any of this, if this is the first exercise you've had in a while, it's just good to be here. So stick with it. Keep breathing when you lose it. And if you haven't had your shoes off in a while, notice how that feels. And if you have your shoes on, that's awesome too. But I personally believe that we were meant to be barefoot like the rest of the animals in the world. And I think there's a lot of power in your tiny feet. So keep going right and left. Maybe notice some heat that's building. I'm going to start sweating here really soon. Keep going. Your knees were made to bend. So again, any age, all levels, be kind. Work at your own pace, and we'll do just like 3 more. How about it? On each side, if you didn't know. So this is 2. Hang tight. Take breaks if you need. And that is 1. So reset. Maybe bring your feet together this time if you're feeling more stable. Reset. Our posture, our alignment of the central nervous system, our focus on our spot is all going to serve us, right? We've got to strengthen these muscles. So, reset. If your feet are together, squeeze your legs as if they were one giant tree trunk, okay? Fix what you need, leave what you don't. Whew. And let's continue, right? Muscles engaged. Take a deep breath in. Just take a big stretch here. Reset and another. So we were throwing ourselves off balance, my friends. We are going to do just the same with a diagonal lunge. So we're going to bring it to the diagonal. Mine's going to be more of a side lunge here, but you can step as forward as you need to. But I want you to get me in the frame. And again, maybe you're sore. Maybe you're regretting choosing this video, or maybe you are not a beginner in your mind and you can find a beginner's mind, right? This is hard work. I simplify self care, is what I like to say, and there is so much success in simple moves. I've spent so many hours and so much attention has been focused on the detail, on the subtle body, right? The feeling of these simple postures. So, wherever you're at, keep going. You can press into all four corners of that foot. You can notice where your weight shifts. Are you keeping some connection to your back foot here? And again, find that connection. This is what is allowing us to shift right and left. Continue on. If you're tired, it's all good. Come back to this video as many times as you need. And we're going to do 3 more. 3 is the magic number. I'm feeling so much here. My knees have been a little bit sore. So I talk about me so it's relatable, right? People like to compare. That's our last one. No comparison here. Your body is perfect. You are perfect. Let it go. Awesome. So, intentionally throwing ourselves off balance will build better balance. So now that we're nice and warm, let's take another deep breath in. Stand up as tall as you can without spilling out all your energy. This energy. We're rooted, we're squeezing. Maybe our feet are still apart, and that's a-okay. Actually, let's all bring our feet apart. We're going to do some toe raises here. So we can start by going right and left, especially if it's been a while since bare feet. And all I'm doing is forcing an arch here. I'll show you from the side a little bit. Forcing that foot into the ground, pressing. Force isn't my favorite word, but pressing. And again, finding that lift through my plumb line, staying balanced. If this is enough, please keep going right and left. We're strengthening our ankles, our toes, our feet. And again, we can find more. We can tuck that pelvis under. We can say our mantras in our head if we're feeling bored. Or we can continue on with both feet. Again, your wall is here, your furniture's here. The idea is we don't just lift and then crash back down, right? We want to lift and lower gently, kindly. And every time's going to be different. If you're struggling, recruit more muscles. It's not just your feet doing all this work, right? My quads, my calves, my ankles, if you have been breaking bones or have broken bones, be nice to yourself. It's not the highest lift in the world, but the most intentional, right? So wherever you find your thoughts racing to, come on back. Come on back. This is worth your time. We're going to do 3 more. Up and slow descent. Slower descent. Beautiful. Shake it off, shake it off, shake it off. Dance breaks are more than welcome. Yay! We're doing great. We're now going to do a heel toe walk. So I'm going to walk the line here. Hey yo. Some of y'all are familiar with this. We're simply going to put our heel in front of the other foot set of toes and walk this way. I have my wall here for balance, and it's a lot harder than it looks. So maybe you find a new spot, or maybe you just have your same spot, and begin again with me. I'm going to turn around, heel to toe, as slow as you need to go. My feet are going crazy, y'all, no matter how strong you think you are. Again, balance has to do with your brain. It has to do with the emotions that you've been feeling lately. It has to do with the seasons. Keep walking. It has to do with your shoulder blades. And again, if you're feeling like this, it is okay. We have been practicing a lot. I've been practicing so much. And I've been recently dropping the judgment in a whole new way and the idea of perfectionism, right? So when I say these cues, like stack your bones or find your alignment, right away, I want you to know it's so much more of an energy than it is a physical thing. So you're doing great. Ooh, I'm doing great. Catch yourself when you fall. And when you make it to a good stopping point, right here for me, are you still looking ahead? If you're looking down, you don't need to. You'll find better balance looking ahead. We're going to try to reverse it and back this truck up. You ready? It's going to feel way different. So good for your brain. If you're a little off balance, give yourself some space, meaning you don't have to be on a tightrope here. You can literally do this and give yourself some space laterally, right? So listen to your body. Don't be doing things just because Carrie said so. Take a deep breath, lift your heart, and let's reverse if you haven't already. Going toe to heel. Toe to heel. Staring at a spot. Good. Whoop. Opposite direction. How do you feel here? Different, right? You don't need to see where you're going. Trust yourself. If you do, if you're driving or something, please don't close your eyes, but spatial awareness is just so important as we age, right? There's never going to be a perfect scenario where there's nothing in the ground or nothing in the world that we don't need to step over or walk around, right? But there's this sense of knowing that you have without needing to see it or feel it or taste it or touch it. And if you're like, what the heck? I'm just walking. Just keep walking. One more time, huh? Whoa. Squeeze, lift your quads, your abs, your shoulders, your chin, crown of your head, and find a stopping place and meet me back in the center. Ah. How you doing? We are almost done today. The grand finale is going to require all those muscles you just worked and all that attention to detail. I'm pinching a penny back there. It really helps. Ooh! Because again, there's just no ending to this practice. There's no ending. Been firing up my glutes, that juicy booty in a whole new way after who knows how many years, right? So wall or chair if you're feeling wobbly. And we are literally going to press into this left foot so much that that's what lifts our right leg. We can stop here if we need it. Or again, we can turn and grab the wall. We're going to start with some hip circles. So I want you to imagine there's a pretty color, watercolor on your knee. What color would it be? And again, press so much out of this side that you start painting with that watercolor. Pink, blue, I like all the colors. And they don't have to be huge, but you have to stay balanced, right? You have to stay focused. You have to stay staring at your spot. If you don't have a wall or a chair, catch yourself, use that big toe on the floor. The floor is your friend. All right. Whew, waking up the hips maybe for the first time in a long time. And then reverse that circle. Every time I get into the hips, it feels like the fucking first time. I'm not gonna lie to you. Ah. But we're being kind. We're telling ourselves a new story, right? If you're always telling yourself, I'm off balance, I just can't, you won't. You literally won't be able to because our brain, give me three, whew, I'm out of breath, is always searching for proof, right? So be mindful. Was that three? Maybe four? Ooh, ooh, feel that fire. This leg was working hard. Ah, your truth is your truth. What do you want your truth to be, right? All right, reset. Grab that other arm on a piece of furniture so we have room to circle this hip. We have room to paint with this color. And beware, this side is going to be very different. And that is very okay. Just make note of which direction you're going in, and any sensations coming up are okay. Reconnect. Shoulders are active, abs are active, right leg is tired, hip is popping, we're welcoming, we're staying open, and we reverse that circle. Remember, the floor is there, so tap that big toe. There is no shame in self-care. We're eradicating shame and self-doubt. That's my mission, y'all. Ooh, we're kicking things. Yay, the beauty of being by yourself right now or in the privacy of wherever you are is that no one cares. They don't care anyways, but no one's watching. So drop the judgment. Drop your shoulders and give me three. Oh, I'm sweating. Give me two. Hell yeah, give me one. All right, so you're feeling that, right? Beginners, advanced, yogis, superheroes. Are you doing this? Please do this. All right. Whew. Okay, one more move. Now that we're energized, our hips are ready, we're squeezing our glutes, maybe we're standing up taller than ever. Oh, we're going to turn into flamingos for a second. Oh, that's not a flamingo. What is that? A crane? Flamingo. So we're going to bring our toes towards our knees without collapsing here. So common tendency is to lift that knee and to want to bring everything in it just to get that knee high, right? So we're going to grab a little stability here. And you can always start there and then find those muscles, right? Ooh, I just like tucked my pelvis under a little bit more, recruited some muscles, and then test your balance and then grab it when you need to, right? Or again, we're not lifting so high that there's a magnet here taking you back. If that starts to happen, I want you to lower that leg, right? There is no stress here. There's no picture perfect thing you have to make. So if you want to make the picture perfect thing, you have to honor where you're at, right? That's really hard for me too. So you're not alone. So you can be here with that toe lifted, really pressing into all muscles, engaging, press everything into your midline, like right here. And then if you're feeling confident and you're staring at your spot, breathe and be the bird. You are the bird. You're free. You're pink because you're a flamingo. Ah, and you're breathing. Don't hold your breath. Give me 3, 2. If you fall and come back for 1, and release. Woo! Look at you building better balance. Huh. Let's do the same thing on the other side, and then I'll let you go. All right. 1 bus stop. See how that feels. Bus stop 2. See how that feels. And then I need to press a little bit more into that right foot. Oh, yeah. Flamingo over here. Where are your hands at? Where your focus at? I am awesome. I am building better balance. If I fall, I know I'm going to be okay. Take a deep breath. If you can smile. Ah, if you've fallen, laugh. And give me 3, 2, and on the 1. Oh, heck yes. 3 is the magic number. You know that song? All right, shake it off, shake it off. Give yourself a little love. Before we end the self care conditioning segment, I would like you to give yourself a big old hug. For real, don't skip this part. Feel that embrace. Oh, you can round it now. Oh, and just remember, it all begins within. So take care out there, my friends. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye for now.